there's one more thing I want to add because it's important, is that the fourth line in there is personnel, right? It is important to understand the salaries and what it costs to pay people to run city service. And so
Correct.
I would also argue that's a big chunk of money, is that who we put in positions or who we hire and their thinking, their thought process impacts this whole
Hmm.
list, right? And if you have
Absolutely.
who are afraid of their jobs because they don't want to go against the mayor, or they have a gag order on them. What do you think that's going to do? Like, if you're living in a toxic administration that is only thinking about, we got to protect this right here, and don't go out of line, don't step out of line because you're going to lose your job. That's a problem. And so, if we think about our personnel and really support those who are doing the daily work and are in the city services, that's important. But when we start to find people who are just going along for the ride to support a political position or just what the mayor wants or that vision, that's a
Mhm.
problem. Like, this can change because that's a good chunk of money. Yes, we don't have the planning we need, the social equity, the business development, all these things in a comp plan and a capital investment plan that should
Mhm.
be here. But we know we have lack of capacity, but we don't have lack of capacity with personnel. So if we link with personnel and say, you know what, if you work for the city, let's get your ear and connect with a comp plan. Let's get your ear, talk about the educational connections. Like, what do you really think about the educational plan? Do you have your kids in the school district? Are you involved in the education plan? Is it also, or the comp plan, or even policing as well? So this is holistic thinking that we need to get to. If we don't get this, this is an issue. And one last thing, Pam, I appreciate this graphic, is I was thinking the same thing with the school district and look at their budget and where this falls. It's going to be the same thing with personnel in the school district. A good portion of a good chunk of the administration or the budget is for personnel. But if we don't value that system or that group, we don't value our teachers, we throw them under the bus. What do you think that's going to do toxicity wise? It's the same thing here. We need to support the city personnel that's doing some of the work and actually good work. So if we can identify those who are in this citizen thinking that they're part of the residents here, that's really important to link up. So anyway, that's a huge visual that we should be thinking about, is that we do have some power in here, especially with personnel that comes from our city residents.